Hiya cats and kittens, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. We are coming back with Fallstreak. Why do I feel like something's missing? Refreshingly proletarian, if I may say myself. Why, I simply must have more. I don't know why I'm doing southern. I'm really quite fond of your lunches though. How do I describe it? It feels like they were somehow made with warmth. I much prefer them to my own. Indeed, the taste was on point somehow. Arena's lunch didn't feel very filling. It was strange. I'm glad you like it. Feel free to eat again with us anytime. If you ever find your pop snoozing through lunch again, you're welcome to hang out with the cool kids. Menum twishafin with food yet gushed. Meanwhile, the Laird twins try to play cool as they rapidly clean Arena's lunchbox of its contents. You have my gratitude. Let us rendezvous in the future again sometimes. The simple act of sharing one's food with others makes it tastier after all. Can't wait until tomorrow, though. Me and Trish spent all night yesterday studying up on bridges. There's no way we'll lose. Perhaps it was meant to be a declaration of resolve or something of the sort. But with how her face was innocuously smeared with food, she looked more like a bib-toting toddler than a bold competitor. Unable to stomach the yucky sight, Trish immediately butts in and starts wiping Kalia down with a handkerchief. Geez, Trish, can't you read the atmosphere? Katihi. Hi, Lorona. Atmosphere. I can read it. Forget about what Arena said. We're not cool kids at all. We're pretty lame, actually. With an inquiring tilt of her head, Arena listens to the rest of us break out into laughter. She probably didn't fully understand what was going on, but she smiles warmly at the good cheer we surround her with. Meals really are the best when shared in the company of others. Oh, hasn't lunch break been over for a while now? Yes, but it appears Mr. Naru has more pressing obligations to attend to. Our ever-dedicated schoolteacher was currently in process of revising today's lessons plans with a face full of drool. He fell asleep again. How many times must he be punished before he learns his lesson? With a grin that proves he's been up to no good, Trish taps on Kalia's shoulder and gestures shadily at Mr. Naru's defenseless figure. Comprehending his intentions with ease, Kalia snickers impishly. Hey, Arena! Would you turn a blind eye if we decide to play a prank on your dad? She has bandages, Kalia! Guffs. I suppose it can't be helped. Just don't let things get out of hand. Gaffs everywhere. Alright, good. So Arena's in. What should we do now? The Laird's repertoire of pranks was quite expansive, but their usual antics wouldn't cut if they wanted to do something Arena would appreciate. Scanning the room for ideas, my eyes catch on Noletta as she plays around with Saucy, or Susie, a younger classmate. The little was teasing Noletta in her saccharine voice as she floated in a balloon and out of her reach. The scales have fallen from my eyes. We'll give him helium voice. With a grand gesture, I directed everyone's attention to the enlightening scene before us. Where'd you get the cat? In the highest form of approval, Trish spontaneously produces a white cat from somewhere and begins stroking it like an evil mastermind. Where'd you get the cat? I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna keep saying that because I don't understand where the cat came from. It's got like a little scowl on its face. It looks evil. really feel I need it. Firing off a clawful pun, Kalia and Trish set up to procure the balloon. Father, with a humiliating voice, I cannot say the prospect is without appeal. You shouldn't do things to people who are sleeping. Remember last time you tried to tie my sleeves together when I was sleeping? That was so mean. No! T-Rex Lorona is best Lorona. Likely due to her overloaded schedule, Lorna had a habit of switching off whenever she was rendered remotely cozy. Naturally, that put her on the receiving end of countless pranks on our part. It's also really bad to fall asleep in class as a teacher. I don't know, I can't stop imagining Mr. Naro squeaking like a cute little mouse. With our moral compass compromised by internal conflict, there is nothing left to do but stand in the way of our schemes. Upon successful persuading the owner, the Lara twins returned with Noletta and the balloon in tow. Puns, puns, puns all around about kitty cats. Love it. And it's still right there! Ah! It's cute. Alright. Who will be the lucky soul carrying this out? Trisha's good at being quiet. Oh, jeez. As if he'd been shot through the heart, Trish slumps to the ground, Camp scampering from his hand. This even isn't gaff territory anymore. This is just plain harassment. Trish is KIA. I'm not suitable for the job because reasons. And Noletta and Lorona are Noletta and Lorona. Therefore, I nominate Ade to bear the torch. I will seize every scepter of victory. Roused by Kalia's flawless reasoning, I brandish the balloon with steel resolve. If what you need to do entails ensures that father stays asleep, I can also be of service. He has a particular habit of sleeping deeply when his head is scratched in a certain way. With an uncanny composure, Irina discloses shocking intel to us. He's like a kitty cat. It's decided then. Let Operation Philum begin. With a grand sweeping motion, I announce the commencement of our mission. I'll be counting on you to disable the dragon while I sneak into his lair to loot the gold, Irina. Today is the first that we've involved Irina in one of our missions. As such, no matter how fraught with peril this undertaking may be, failure cannot be allowed. Mission, start! Ducking into the shadows of one of the first rows of desks, I stand by Irina as Irina moves into position. With the wisdom of a weathered sage, she works her magic, chanting forbidden verses from our world beyond our own. Meow, meow, nyan. These verses, of course, had a mild resemblance to a mewing of a kitten, but I digress. The slumbering dragon's dangle globadrol expands inside as the great sorcery takes effect. When Irina signals in my general direction, I rapidly commence my infiltration. Posturing myself next to the throne, I look back to see all our comrades watching with bated breath. Everyone is counting on me. Reveling in the sensation of pressure, I carefully undo the knot, keeping the balloon shut before bringing in my quarry's mouth. Doing this properly was a delicate balancing act. Too little, and it would have no effect. Too much, and our harmless prank could veer into dangerous territory. It's now or never. Gauging the rhythm of its inhalations, I wait for the perfect window to release the balloon's opening. The dragon's eyelids twitch in discomfort as its lungs abruptly fill with helium. Fall back! Fall back! Pulling away, I whisper as loud as I dare to Irina. The two of us swiftly withdraw, taking our seats just as Mr. Nauru stirs and shakes his head in disorientation. Noticing the room was full of diligently waiting students, he opens his mouth to apologize. My dear, apologies! Oh dear, my apologies for keeping you all waiting. His squeaky voice issues a series of giggles from the kids with less restraint. Huh? Is there something on my face? Can you not tell that your voice is squeaky? Faced with his clueless expression, even the students with greater willpower were beginning to waver. What's going on? At the classroom full of children on the verge of cracking, Mr. Naru could only look on in confusion.
Arena, what did you guys do?
Whatever do you mean? Whatever do you mean, Father? The students are merely amused by the squeaky persona you suddenly started acting out. The dam finally breaks at Arena's feign of ignorance. Unable to hold it back anymore, the room floods with bouts of laughter.
Huh? Now that you mention it, my voice does sound unusually high-pitched. Who did this?
Mr. Naru's attempt to menace us all into his harmless, mousy voice prompts several kids to fall out of their seat. The sight of everyone rolling around on the floor as they held their stomach was quite a spectacle. Mr. Naru's eye sweeps over the classroom angrily for a while before eventually coming to rest on a certain desk.
Didn't you bring a balloon in here for your birthday, Susie?
Mr. Naru presses a palm to his face as he pieces it together.
You mischievous little cretins, that's it. Outside, right now, all of you. 10 laps around the school yard for all of you.
Even the dispensing of our punishment only goads more laughter out on us because its delivery is in a shrill, innocuous voice. When I look over at Arena's seat, it pleases me to see she is laughing her heart out along with the rest of us. Even after carrying out our penance, the only thing anyone had said about the whole ordeal was worth it. Stoic and detached, that was the kind of air Arena always seemed to carry about her. I'm glad we were able to close the distance and see her smile wholeheartedly for once. Mission accomplished. Ooh, such a lovely little cozy town. After grumpily instructing us through the remainder of the afternoon lessons, Mr. Naru dismisses the classes for the day. While Trish leaving with the bulk of his materials at school, we had a considerably lighter load to bear as we forayed into town. I know I said I tagged along, but I can't really stick around for anything too lengthy. Due to her talent and unique aesthetic, there was a generous demand of Lorona's hand-woven products. Balancing school and work must have been surely taxing, but you never guessed it looking at her ditzy smile. Yep, we're just stopping by the Morella bakery for a bite. I reassured her as we make a final turn that places us squarely at our destination. Placing my hand on the door, I stop and exchange a glance with the Laird twins. I wonder if they're thinking the same thing as I am. With puckish grins on their face, they nod back at me. Newfound determination lights inside me as I push open the door to a familiar reception. Owlette. Welcome to the Morella, Qua! The docile voice greets us quickly, transforms into squeaks of terror as the three silhouettes dash forward with impeccable speed.
Silver spontaneous!
Exhales mightily.
Tickle attack!
With the coordination of seasoned Wolfpack, Trish and I brutally close in our target's flanks as Kalia circles behind for the takedown.
Ah!
Tickle, tickle. Tickle, tickle. Glomp, nom. Stop! I can't take anymore, huh? After biting into the spoils of our successful hunt to our heart's content, we finally relent Ella to catch her break.
Can't believe we were all on the same page.
Laird twins exchange a painful-looking forehead five to celebrate our clean kill.
Oh, not so hard, dummy. Not everyone is as blockheaded as you are.
Trish dances us out of the way as Kalia attempts to avenge their collective loss of brain cells with an angry knee. A joint maneuver from 3 directions at once to pincer the target. Double envelopment, a classic tactical stratagem topped off with a rare blind side to seal the deal. All executed perfectly with a minimum of communication.
Woo! We're really breathing in sync.
Yay! Yay. Though she doesn't really seem to get why, an enthused Nola joins in our cheering. You guys are so scary. After regaining control of her breathing, Alouette finally recovers from her trouncing and manages to get back on her feet. For what? You really surprised me, Alouette. Do you always talk in third person? Alouette Basia, a young woman with a stilted style of speaking who worked here at the Morella bakery. Though she was twice my age with change to spare, the impression gave off best be likened to a small woodland animal. Why is Alouette so irresistible huggable? This calls for further investigation. Patapayong! In the name of science, I press my cheek up against her and start nuzzling her. Pachi, Pachi! Alouette responds with a similar nonsense noise. She caresses my head with a serene expression.
Hey, me too, pet me too, Boopa!
The lurid twins push and shove as they struggle for their right to be spoiled by Alouette as well. Alouette only has 2 hands. While Alouette had two younger siblings she's used to pampering, 3 at once must have been beyond what she was accustomed to. You look like a sunbathing kitten, Alouette. There are ways of reaching out and connecting with others, even those who are poor at expressing themselves through speech. It was through interacting with Alouette through such method, touch, that we've come to understand how much a sweetheart she truly is. Hey, can't you see you're imposing on Alouette? Seemingly interpreting Alouette's monopoly of our noggins as an infringement on her territory, Lorena tries peeling us away. Big Sis Lorena can dole out wicked pats too, but though she does her best to emulate Alouette, it simply is not meant to be.
It doesn't feel half bad when you brush my hair, but you suck at giving out head pats, Lorena.
With a solemn shake of his head, Trish extends a disapproving thumbs down. I don't get it. How hard could it be? Lorena, my friend, the art of head pats is a path that can only be pursued when one has cleared their mind and heart. Isn't your anxiety and jealousy bleeding into your movements? Okay. We are going to pick this up in the next episode. Thank you, cats and kittens, and have a lovely night.